if I took off on a 45-day adventure across the country. I didn't have a planned route. I didn't know the communities I was biking through. I didn't know if there was a campground. I didn't know if the hotels would be available.
This is where I started to learn that there's two ways of doing long adventures like this. You can either live your ride or you can ride your ride. Are you gonna bike America and race it, and every day you're gonna get on the bike, you're gonna do 100 miles a day, and you're gonna get to your finish line, done, right? Or you're gonna ride your ride, and when you come up to a nice lake, you're gonna take a break, little pause, look around your scenery, kind of enjoy, like, wow, I'm biking America.
Just made it into Arizona. Hit some obstacles and we made it happen. So, staying in Mesa tonight, and then 77 miles up a 5,000 foot elevation tomorrow. Still on schedule for the 23rd of April, baby. 33 more days and a wake up. Keep on pedaling. Very cool environment. Massive mountains just right behind buildings. We're in Arizona, baby. 7 more days and I should be in El Paso, Texas. 489 miles away. Didn't get much footage towards the end here, just staying focused, but we're doing it.
Tempe is one of the most cycle-friendly cities in the entire country. So just to be biking through that was really neat. Dedicated cycling lanes with its own street lights. These long days in the saddle, we're going to wear on our wrists, and I'm learning how to ride the aero bars, and okay, my wrists are hurting, okay, great, now let's go to this stance, and I had about 6 different hand positions, and so while you're riding, you have to be, there's so many things that you're starting to learn. Soon I learned about having the rhythm, right? I want to keep, about, let's say, 60 revolutions per minute, because if I'm at 40 revolutions per minute, my legs are exerting too much energy, and tomorrow my legs are going to be exhausted. If I have 70 revolutions per minute, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, that's nice, it's very low resistance. So now we're really starting to learn how to be in the saddle for 7 hours. This day I did 7 hours of moving time, and we went the whole trip with having no chafing. We went the whole trip without any injuries for that matter, because there was so much effort put into technique. I spent like 3 hours climbing this hill.
First big downhill. Yeah. It's been a mental obstacle, but even this guy's chugging along.
Here I am, about to bike down 3 to 6 miles of downhill. I took this video specifically for my buddies Travis and Cody and Patrick and Matt and all these guys back home that I grew up biking with. I was like, wow, they just wouldn't believe this. And I was just so excited. We hit a max speed of 46.2 miles an hour. Tell me what it feels like when you bike up a hill for over 3 hours straight with like 3 to 6 miles per hour as an average speed. That is how it feels like on the other side of it. Like, there is no vice that can give you that type of endorphin drop. This was probably one of the first big rewards of the trip, right? Like, okay, inspiring people was great, researching and can I do it, and getting everything shipped out there logistically and figuring out all the angles of this trip. Right here was almost the first reward. It was the first downhill. I'd never seen mountains like this in my life. I've never been out west. I've never climbed this much elevation. There's so many firsts, and right here, we're in the moment. We are present. We are thankful. Like this, I got goosebumps right now just thinking back on this moment.
Oh my God, that was a lot. 4,400 feet of climb. And we're at 48 miles, and we have 25 more miles to go. 2 bottles of water to go. It's been a long day, but this is gonna be a pretty extreme hill. Here we go. Whew. Oh, it's cold. There was a sign back there that said, watch for the ice. I said, what ice? I'm in the desert. But now I see.
It's the same as when I was deployed in the military or any obstacle, right? It's like you have to find that mindset of, okay, right now I'm climbing a 7% grade for hours on a bicycle. Right now I'm in the middle of the desert deployed with all this combat equipment taking incoming, right? And you're like, what do you do in those moments? It's like, just trying to find the mental escape. So appreciating the view, right? And okay, well, let's think about, did I drink water? And just thinking logistically, like, okay, what am I gonna maintain on the bike when I get home? I just kept reminding myself of how rewarding it's gonna be once I make it through this hard time. When I sit back and reflect, like, oh my God, I really did climb 4,400 feet. That's what I'm gonna remember. I'm not gonna remember the sucking wind, you know? 8 days in, this is when the trip starts being something I know is gonna be memorable. This is when we really start getting in a rhythm. My body's starting to feel good, I'm starting to get some confidence, starting to kind of get the layout.
Climb this hill today. Oh, my arms are numb, it's so cold.
This part of the road was really dangerous and rough. You can see all the grass and cracks and a lot of debris.
Over 3 miles downhill at a 7% grade. It's awesome. Super scary and cold, but awesome.
It was very obvious that I was in a very dangerous environment. You can see right there wads of grass protruding out of cracks. So you're going 30 miles an hour down a hill with, 80-pound worth of equipment. That can ruin your day really quick. But then you see cars broken down with bearing issues and flats, and you realize that even cars can't make it through this section. Like, there's no stores out here. There's no other cyclists out here.
No, wait, this is not safe.
This is me on a busy road with an ice warning, steep incline warning, swervy roads. My brain is fully on right now, and it is just thinking of getting to camp. I just want to get to camp at this point.
55 miles with 5,000 feet of elevation! Woo! Quick update for the day. We've done 57 miles, well 57.8, and I've climbed 5,129 feet. And we're closing in on our objective, about 14 miles away. No, 16 miles away. Staying at a cycling lodge where I hope to meet a group heading east, which I'm told there will be, because I've been by myself, and for the next 2 days I'll be in New Mexico, and I just want some company. That's been the biggest challenge. Emotional challenge is being so incredibly alone while I have a beautiful family back home. So still struggling with that. We're 1 weekend, we're 2 states over, getting it done. Just trying to make it to El Paso and be on this route and boost my spirits. Hard to think I got 32 days of at least 70 miles a day on average, so just try not to look at the big picture, just eating one bite of the elephant at a time. Well, this is pretty cool, eh?
I'm literally tracking these guys down like a fox looking for turkeys in the woods. Like, I'm literally the whole time, because the first 8 days I wasn't on the formal route. I needed to make it to this, lodge to, hopefully meet. I've read about this lodge in the Southern Tier Adventure, page, and I just knew that there was touring cyclists. I knew eventually I was gonna meet people doing what I'm doing. So this night, when I started that day, someone goes, "Oh yeah, there's a group of cyclists," and I just couldn't wait to consult with them and find out their obstacles and their tricks.
What's going on, guys? Woo! It was a good sight when I saw you guys.
We were pedaling good and just waiting to get up and finally ride with other people. I haven't rode with anyone on the trip yet, so I was pretty excited for that. And these cyclists was a game changer. Like, what I learned from these guys, and keep in mind, I hadn't seen anyone else's setup yet. So I designed my Biking America kit, right? All this stuff. Well, now I get to look at other setups and, what? You got a grill and you're wearing jeans and got cotton clothes and you got a mirror. Ooh, I like that. And you mount your waters on your front forks. I like that. And I start playing with my kit now. I start adjusting my kit and I start looking at what they have, and the sky was the limit at that point, meeting these guys. At this moment, I started to realize how much I didn't know. On day 8, I started to feel good, like, I'm getting this. And then you get exposed to other people who've biked America before and you realize, oh no, I'm new at this, okay. It humbled me. I camped out back of a casino, and I thought that was a great idea, but there was dogs fighting all night, and it turned into a windstorm, and sand was blowing through my tent all night. Hunkering underneath it, and the wind is flapping. One of my stakes comes up from my tent. Here I am putting a smile on though, right? Like, just trying to maintain a positive mindset. I had a vision on Biking America, and we start planning and researching, and we get out there, and then we had our first 5 days obstacles, right? And then the next 5 days to 9, we had no one, but we were learning the rhythm. I started to figure out what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and now I'm being exposed to cyclists who are traveling with other people with their own obstacles. I finally had company. I wasn't breaking wind by myself, and it just gave them to perspective how lucky I was to be by myself, but also how lucky they were to be with people, and I was able to get a lot of benefit from them.
Oh man, we'll see you in a bit. White mountains. Beach fields or something.
So I met these guys 2 days ago for dinner. Well, now I'm in the pack. They've trusted me, they brought me in. We went over a huge pass this day, and we just piggybacked each other. The leader would lead for a mile, and then he would drop back to the back. The next guy would come up, lead for a mile, drop back, come up, lead for a mile. Okay, great. Now I'm tailing someone with no wind. I'm drafting off of them, getting a break, and now I'm leading, and I got these crew people, and they're teaching me about how, look, we're gonna maintain 11 miles an hour for the next 3 hours, and that's what we're gonna do. And they just taught me how to, don't pedal, coast, pedal, coast. Don't do that. Once you get on that bike, you're pedaling the whole time. Pedal this for 3 hours. That's what your body wants. And so I'm starting to learn a little technique. Oh, just what an enjoyable time. Just being in that line, you can see I'm just having fun, getting in trouble for recording and doing my own thing, breaking their rules, but, being respectful, but at the same time of just, I don't know, just really embracing it. Looks like we're barely moving, but we're fighting a headwind right now, and I was glad to be with these guys for this day. I wasn't thinking, man, I wasn't jealous that they had a group of people because they all fought amongst each other. They all had baggage. If they wanted to go 60 miles, but the day was scheduled 45, they only did 45. If I wanted to go 60, but then I had a tailwind and I wanted to change up and go 80, I could go 80. So I wasn't jealous that I wasn't on another group, but I was envious that they had company. But it inspired me to, how could I structure it so that next time I'm not alone? How could I do this, you know?
Getting into New Mexico today. New Mexico, baby!
Crossing into New Mexico was pretty fun. Always love just being in traffic. I don't know, there's just something about cruising with the flow. This is like, I'm gonna find a grocery store and eat a rotisserie chicken in a few minutes. You know, you're like I wanna, find a cold Gatorade, or, I mean, you just went miles and miles in the desert with no one. So there's a sense of like giddiness, like excitement.